Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Listen Up Girl podcast. Before I get started on today's news, I wanted to ask if you could please go to the description of this podcast and click on the audience survey link. I have a ton of new ideas and new guests I'm going to bring to my other show, Everything and Anything, in a bit. And before I start doing my planning for 2026, I would love to get your thoughts and feedback and learn who my audience is. It takes less than 10 minutes and I'd really appreciate it. So thank you so much. But welcome back to today's extended LGBTQ plus news roundup of the Listen Up Girl podcast. We are in the middle of a huge, big news cycle, and I have a ton of stories to report on today. So let's dive in. Today is Saturday, November the 25th, and I'm your host, Zach Randles-Friedman. And our first story is Elton John says Trump could become one of the greatest presidents if he ends AIDS. Music legend and longtime activists Elton John has made headlines with a surprising statement. He believes Donald Trump could go down as one of the greatest presidents in history if he manages to end the AIDS epidemic. In a Variety interview, Elton praised Trump's attempt at brokering global peace deals, but emphasized that curing HIV/AIDS would be a defining act of a presidency. Elton founded the Elton John's AIDS Foundation in 1992 and has spent decades funding prevention and care programs worldwide. While Elton and Trump have had a long, complicated public relationship, Elton famously declined to perform at Trump's inauguration. This new comment shows Elton's unwavering focus on the cause and not politics. Our next story is Illinois Democrat sends anti-trans survey back covered glitter. Reed Showalter, a Democrat running for Congress in Illinois, received an anti-LGBTQ questionnaire from the conservative Illinois Family Institute, and he wasn't having it. Instead of answering the loaded questions about abortion and anti-trans sports policies, he returned the form filled with glitter. Glitter activism, its finest. A straight ally said he wanted to make it clear where he stands on discrimination. The glitter bomb was both a protest and a wink to the queer community. Next story is Florida driver arrested after attempting to hit LGBTQ plus running club. A Florida man was arrested after allegedly attempting to run his SUV into members of an LGBTQ running club in West Palm Beach. According to police, the man made several aggressive passes towards the runners before fleeing. The suspect, Mustafa El Mohammed, 43, was quickly located and charged. No club members were injured, but the community is shaken. The case adds to a growing national concern about violent attacks against LGBTQ plus gatherings. Next, federal judge blocks DOJ from accessing trans youth medical records. Reported by LGBTQ Nation, a major victory for trans rights, a federal judge has blocked U.S. Department of Justice from accessing the private medical records of trans youth who sought gender-affirming care at the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. Advocates call the ruling a crucial safeguard at a time when trans health is under unprecedented political attack. The decision emphasizes privacy rights for minors and limits government overreach in sensitive medical matters. Our next story, CBS interview fails to challenge Dave Portnoy's anti-pronoun rant. Barstool Sports founder Dave Portnoy used a national CBS Sunday morning interview to complain about people expecting him to use correct pronouns. Social media erupted afterwards, not just at Portnoy's pronoun comments, but at interviewer Tony for failing to challenge him. Critics say the interview normalized dismissive rhetoric about trans and non-binary people without offering any meaningful pushback. CBS has still not commented. Actor Heizer reflects on growing up gay in Hollywood. And a star, Miles Heizer, opened up about realizing he was gay at a young age and feeling like Hollywood wasn't ready for him. He shared his fear he carried as a teen actor, that if he came out, he'd never work again. Now, Heizer says he's proud to be visible and part of a new generation of queer performers who are changing the landscape. Next, Nene Leakes praises LGBTQ plus fans for her cultural impact. At a recent event at the Abbey in West Hollywood, Nene Leakes gave love to the community that helped her make one of reality's TV most iconic personalities. She acknowledged that the LGBTQ plus community embraced her humor, her one-liners, and her unapologetic energy long before mainstream audiences caught on. As she put it, y'all made me viral before viral was a thing. And we do love Nene Leakes. Next, Jonathan Bailey is highest grossing box office star. Jonathan Bailey is officially that girl, Hollywood's highest grossing box office star of 2025. With massive roles Wicked, For Good, and Jurassic Park World Rebirth, Bailey has proven he's not only critically acclaimed, but a true commercial force. His visibility as a gay leading man is being celebrated as a milestone moment for LGBTQ plus representation in blockbuster cinema. Our next story is State Department quietly shifts human rights focus away from LGBTQ plus issues. A leaked cable reveals that U.S. State Department is altering its human rights reporting guidelines, reducing emphasis on torture, political killings, and persecution of LGBTQ plus and other marginalized groups. The new priorities align with socially conservative demands, emphasizing religious freedom and traditional values. Human rights experts warn this could destabilize global reporting standards and leave vulnerable communities without protection. Our next story is Democrats win school board races amid anti-book ban backlash. Democrat-backed candidates across the country's recent school board elections signaling growing pushback against book bans, anti-trans restroom policies, and hyper-conservative education agendas. Analysts believe that parents are increasingly rejecting political extremism in schools and want inclusive, forward-thinking education. It's very nice to hear. And then our last story is viral rumor claims Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo are in a semi-binary relationship. A bizarre but viral fake post claims Wicked stars Ariana and Cynthia said they are in a non-demicurious semi-binary relationship. The post came from a satire page that has been fully debunked. The rumor spread after fans commented on the actress's affectionate friendship. Grande recently said the two channel support and energy through touch, nothing more. Why can't they just be friends? Why do people got to make assumptions? It's crazy. And that's a wrap for today's episode of this mega news cycle. Thank you for hanging out, staying informed, and staying fabulous. For more LGBTQ plus news, culture, and conversations, follow the Listen Up Girl podcast wherever you get your podcast. I'm Zach Randles-Friedman, and until next time, stay loud, stay proud, and I will be back with more news later this week. Thanks.